Up next on the Firebird Fast Talk is our buddy Ron Capps, pilot of the Napa Auto Parts Funny Car in the Nitro category. Ron is a man who has been to the finals 8 times. Yeah, you know me. I don't do this for a living, Ron.
All right.
But this is, I wanted to get this right because do you know how many times you've been to the finals here?
No.
8 times.
8?
How many Wallies do you have from here, though? You should know that.
I got 3, I think.
You got 3.
3, yeah.
You got 3. So we're going for number 4.
Yeah.
March 20th through the 22nd. If you haven't got your tickets now, 41st Annual Factory Motor Parts Arizona Nationals presented by NGK Spark Plugs right here at Firebird. Ron, since you know we're over you already, let's talk about your superstar and go that route. So what made you want to start a Nitro team for someone other than yourself? Let's start there. I thought you bumped your head when you did.
Yeah, I bumped my head last year at this race. Really hard.
We'll get to that. Yeah. Don't worry about that.
It's always been a thought, and honestly, I had thought about maybe getting out of the seat. Was seeing with contracts and what was going to happen. We started the process, and I've talked about it before. It was going to be. I talked to Andretti, Michael Andretti, and Andretti Global about they always wanted to come into drag race, and I said, "Why don't you come in? We'll partner, so you don't have to jump in with 2 feet." And I got a girl driver I'm thinking about, and so I started with that. Then all the F1 stuff happened with Michael and Andretti Global. And then it put me back on my own. So we were scrambling. Paul Mecca, our team manager, and I were just kind of, I already knew what I wanted to do. I'd mentioned it at a couple Napa dinners to Catherine Wooten, who's in charge of motorsports at Napa. If I ever added a car, and I told her about who I'd kept my eye on. It's been a couple of years. And so she got more and more excited. And then they decided to take a brand, Carlisle. And people ask all the time, what is Carlisle? It's a Napa brand, but Napa was started by a guy named Carlisle Frazier 101 years ago. That's where the Carlisle comes from. And they wanted to rebrand and come out. And what better, today's world, you know, because of social media, when you see a girl working on a car or a mechanic, or it's just, it's such an attraction for younger girls to know that they have a possibility of doing that for a living. We have our Yes program here, right, on Friday mornings, all kinds of kids out here to let them know they have a chance to go out in the world and get a great job. And work on cars and EVs, and just the world is at your fingertips. And so we kind of went with that aspect. And I didn't have a deal until really it was September, October that we knew for sure they were coming on board. I'd already committed to Maddie. We had the press conference, and I think I was here with you when I first brought it up. It wasn't even public. And so it's been a long time coming, sort of, but then she went out and she won the Seattle race, became the 100th winner, and that sort of got her a little more on the radar with casual fans. Right. And then, of course, now we're bringing her out to the masses. So people are getting to know her a little better now.
100%. And what was...
This is we're talking her. She's right.
I know. We're talking about her because that's all you've done all winter is talk about her. So yeah. But for you now, so, I mean, we go to last week in Florida testing. Now it's real not only for her, but it's real for you. Now you're standing there, you're seeing your guys, your Nitro car, but you're not in it. It's got Ron Capps on the side of the thing, but you're walking through the staging lanes with her, you're standing there. What was that emotion like?
I talked to John for I don't know how he did it with his daughters. Right. It was hard for me, especially the first run. It was hard. We went up there and Guido timed it so that we ran right after her in the staging lanes. Because there's a bunch of cars running, so we luckily timed it that way. So I strapped into my car and was the next car up to run. So I'm in it, and my guys are staying out of my way so I can watch her. It was very surreal to watch, you know, even when we didn't line up like that on the scooter and stand behind it. I was way in the back. I stayed way back. I just was a nervous wreck. So luckily we got a great group, Rob Flynn and that team. We could not have asked for a better, somebody that I trust, and he's worked with Jasmine and some drivers like that before, so that was perfect. Guido worked with the Force daughters before he left John Force's, so he's got that temperament as well. And then she was a natural, like we thought she would be. So it was very hard, though. I mean, it's still hard. I mean, it's hard to watch the car, and I'm just a nervous wreck. You know, I don't walk away. The chutes are out. Just crazy stuff, overboard, and I hope I get better at it because I was not good down in Florida. I suspect by the time we get here to this race, I'll be a little better about it.
More in the swing of things.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things too. I mean, it's just got to be building blocks, right? Just like she's got to take those steps with it. I mean, you've got to take those steps as an owner too. It's just it's a part of the process.
Yeah, and you know, I try to give her advice. thankfully, Sean Langdon, a few drivers, Brittany signed off on her license. People were coming over and saying, if she needs any help, let me know. Justin Ashley, talked to him. But Langdon, Sean was very good about talking to her after every run, and he's a current driver. So I've driven Top Fuel, it's been a few years. So it's one of the best out there right now, Sean is. And so I really appreciated him offering that up and then staying in contact with her. So they got to race each other. And she could be lining up next to him in Gainesville at any point.
Yeah.
And it's going to be kind of cool at the same time, but it's also Karate Kid and Mr. Miyagi. You know what I mean? Like, it's like...
And I like, Caps, you were smart enough, though. You didn't go put her in a funny car. You put her in a dragster.
Yeah.
So you never had to do... You're not going to have to do what John went through, though. And you're at least not going to have to line up against a car that you own. Because I couldn't imagine that.
No.
That would be tough.
That would be,
That would be
and
so
we did it on purpose. Guido came from a multi-car team at Forces. I was Don Perdome's and Don Schumacher when Schumacher had 8 cars. So we get it, but I didn't want to race our own car, and I just thought the tool wars, you know, with Antron and Coletta and whoever else is out there, it's perfect timing. And so that all put together, and I certainly look forward to her winning, but I can't even imagine that the first time we get to double up, which could be, that's the ultimate.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
No, I love it. I love it. And I mean, obviously you talked about it a little bit earlier. You know, you had a hell of a hit here last year. That was a hard hit. That could have been, nobody would have blamed you at that point for reevaluating, you know, what am I still doing climbing into these things?
Oh, I did.
But you jumped right back into it. I mean, walk me through what that process was like at that moment and just after that.
Well,